Hello, 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 one and all, and welcome to the OTH video, or Other Than Horror. As I said, I was going to continue my collection video with all the other titles that weren't horror. As you can see, this is a much smaller pile. But maybe you'll see something interesting in here. What you won't be seeing is any of me, because right now I look like shit. So here we go. I have Don't Say a Word, a very taut suspense thriller with the late Brittany Murphy. Poor girl. This is a little deal I picked up called The Da Vinci Project. It's actually like a documentary. It points out all the little clues and hints that the Da Vinci Code was based on. Interesting if you're into that sort of thing. Let's just start here, shall we? Red Dawn, one of my favorite flicks from its era. A remake is finally being released. I say finally like I was waiting for it to be released, only because I had heard it being announced like 2 years ago. They finally settled on a date. I believe it was November 2012. But the original was always very cool. 2.5 Men way back in the day, huh? But no, here, Red Dawn, very cool movie. The Day After, if you're into post-apocalyptic or nuclear war type movies, this one was pretty unnerving for its time, in my opinion. Right up there with movies like Threads, The Day After. I remember the visual effects were pretty cool for its time too. You look at it now, it's pretty hokey because it's, you know, total green screen kind of stuff. But I remember watching it on TV when I was younger and being like, oh shit. So it was cool. To Live and Die in L.A., one of my favorite action/drama movies. The guy goes around shooting people in the face with a shotgun. You gotta love that. The original Rollerball with James Caan. Pretty cool futuristic type blood sport stuff. I like it. The Ninth Gate. I like the movie, even though it's not open. I bought it because I like it. I just never opened it to watch it again. It's okay. It's about the hunt for a book that gives somebody superpowers, I guess. Satanist kind of stuff. It was okay. I liked it. I remember liking it. Hot Dog. I do like dumb comedy. I love smart comedy and I love dumb comedy. This falls under the dumb comedy heading. Tits and ass and fart jokes, you know. It's pretty simple. This movie here, Doomsday, was probably one of the more disappointing titles. I had a lot of hopes for this movie when I saw the previews and heard about it and stuff. I think they were comparing it to movies like Mad Max, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm on board. And then I watched it, and I was kind of like, okay, so far so good, I guess, except for this whole cyborg bitch with the eye that she can take out and roll everywhere. And then Knights of the Round Table show up, and I'm kind of like, okay, I think I've seen enough. This is one of those dollar movies that I picked up. Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. This duo here was kind of like the generic version of Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. In fact, I think Jerry Lewis actually sued this guy to stop using that character. 13th Floor, meh. Cat Williams, American Hustle. Yeah, I love stand-up comedy. Sometimes I feel that this guy really rehashes a lot of his jokes, but he's okay. Shadow of Fear, I do not remember what this movie's about. I must have got it for some reason. Oh yes, I believe it was like $1 at Blockbuster. Oh no, Hollywood Video, I mean. Couldn't pass it up for $1. Shoot. Stephen Chow's Kung Fu Hustle. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. As much as I liked his other one, what was it called? Shaolin Soccer, I believe. Yeah, it was just very entertaining. There's one thing I like just about as much as I love a good horror movie. It's a good chopsaki kung fu movie. I got this Shaolin Traitoress and Wu-Tang Swordsman. Nothing reminds me more of happy times when I was a child than a good kung fu movie. It's synonymous with drive-ins and Saturday afternoons on the sofa watching Black Belt Theater. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, very cool movie. Nice period piece. 36 Chamber of Shaolin, one of my favorite Gordon Liu movies. Love me some blaxploitation. Hell Up in Harlem. Can't go wrong there. Fred Williamson, man. This was not the greatest kung fu movie I've ever seen in my life, but it was worth a watch. Gravedigger has to do with morticians who practice kung fu. The Dirty Mind of Young Sally and Teenage Brides is a Sharon Kelly double feature from Something Weird Video. I do love the sexploitation movies as well. Pool Hall Junkies. Don't say nothing. The first time I saw this movie, I thought, this is a really sharp movie. Second and third time I saw it, was like, I'm so glad I saw this movie. I think the fourth and fifth time I saw it, I was kind of like, okay, they're really pushing the humor here. My favorite character was, of course, Christopher Walken in this movie. I don't know what it was about him. I just liked his style. The whole pool playing scene with him in it was just great. American Me. What can I say? Edward James Olmos. Mexican Gangbangers. La M. Very good stuff. A lot of controversy surrounding this movie. The behind-the-scenes stuff. One lady got killed in there. The lady who was in it was killed by the gangs afterwards because she gave up too much information, I guess. She was also an informant. Some of the other guys that gave the green light for some of the stuff that happened in here were also killed because they misrepresented La M, so they got killed. That's what I heard anyway. 12 Monkeys. I absolutely love this movie. Good sci-fi, time travel kind of stuff. Set in the future, this guy has the power to go back in time to try to find the source of a disease that's wiped out pretty much all of the Earth. Brad Pitt's role in it is just awesome. Save those for just a little bit. You can see my shadow all over the place. Speaking of good comedies, here's Blazing Saddles, classic. Can't go wrong with Blazing Saddles. Mel Brooks. His brand of comedy is for some it's an acquired taste. I just love it. You can't say much more than that. Jackass #2, like I said, I love dumb comedy, mindless comedy, dick and fart jokes. I'm a kid at heart, and that kind of stuff just makes me laugh. In the same vein, you have the Dudesons. Dudesons are very cool. Before there was Jackass, there was the Dudesons. Patton Oswalt, his comedy is also an acquired taste. A lot of people seem to kind of miss his point on a lot of things, but I like his delivery. I think he should have his own TV show, to tell you the truth. Not a bit player on King of Queens. He should have his own deal going on. The guy's crazy. He's hilarious. Finally got around to seeing this movie. My wife and kids kept telling me to watch it, and I wouldn't watch it. Finally saw it. Glad I did. It was funny. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. I picked this up really cheap. It's a box set, a box collector set. Comes with a film cell from the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Love it. Only thing is the DVD is a bitch to get out of here. It really is. I'm afraid I'm going to break it one of these days. Love musicals. There's certain musicals that I really dig, and this is an all-time favorite of mine, Jesus Christ Superstar. I know every song. Used to have the soundtrack. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Basic. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I liked it. Kind of a military drama type deal. Mystery whodunit sort of thing. So that was really cool. Anyone not like Natural Born Killers? I don't think there's too many out there who don't. Very, very cool movie. This one's still in the wrapper. I bought this to replace one that I had. This was the director's cut, so I couldn't pass it up. It was only $5 at Walmart, so Grab that. Got this one for a song. Had to have this. $2. The Last Dragon. Yeah. I saw this when I was about 14, 15. I cut school to go see this movie. Now I look back on it and go, I sacrificed my education to watch this movie? Seriously? God damn. Another classic, Animal House, the Double Secret Probation Edition. One of my favorite John Belushi movies. Not too many to choose from, sadly. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Enough said there. Christopher Walken. I was going to say, speaking of Christopher Walken, but that was a few movies back, so that was some kind of stupid. The Prophecy. I like this movie. I really do. War between angels in heaven, trying to decide the fate of man, with a great performance of a great rendition of Satan in here. One of my favorites. Viggo Mortensen? Is that his name? Damn, I can never remember that dude's name. But there's like three performances, three movies that have Satan in them, and I think they're like, they nailed the persona of Satan. One is Constantine, the devil in that one. I keep forgetting that guy's name too, but he was also Dino Velvet in 8mm. I thought that was just incredible. And Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate. Robert De Niro played the devil in Angel Heart, sorry. But I don't know. I didn't really care for that one too much. It was too borderline tail and pitchforks for me. Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. Probably the only time I really like Jack Black is when he's being himself, Jack Black. He's not pushing the envelope, trying to be something he's not. I mean, any role he does, he's basically Jack Black. He just has that smarmy look to him, but I don't like when he tries to pass himself off as someone else and he's just being himself. So, Tenacious D, you know, that's where you got to start. That's their band. That's their whole deal. So, yeah, I like it. When I used to work at the video store, I caught this movie on VHS, Vernon, Florida. It's a documentary about a little town in Florida, and everybody in there is batshit crazy. They should build a fence around that place. I swear to God, everyone's just like nuts in there. Grand Theft Parsons, Johnny Knoxville, into the whole jackass deal. Come to find out, Johnny Knoxville is a halfway decent actor, so that was a pretty good movie. Here's a classic, Cooley High. Ever wonder where that the CD Cooley High Harmony from Boyz II Men came from? Most of those songs are found on here, but this is from the 70s. And I just like it. It was filmed in my hometown in Chicago, so I see a lot of the old areas that I used to go to when I was younger, back in their heyday, like Lincoln Park Zoo. You see that. So definitely cool. Grandma's Boy. It just sums up everything that I want to be. I mean, the guy basically makes a living playing video games. He gets high all the time. I'm not much into getting high anymore, but I would love to be able to make a living doing what I love doing. And not so much video games, but reviewing movies and stuff. What a better way to make a living. Rush Hour. Jackie Chan, I'm a fan. This guy could take or leave. Analyze This. First time I saw this, man, I pissed myself laughing. It was in the theater when I saw this. The scene where he's trying to play hardball, where Billy Crystal's trying to be a tough guy, and tells him, "I will not treat him. Capiche?" And they throw him into the shark tank, and the family's down below looking at him in the glass. He's screaming bloody murder to be let out. Ah, man, that still makes me laugh. Fear X. I caught this when I used to work at the video store back in the early 90s. I saw it on DVD. I grabbed it. I remember liking it when I saw it. Harsh Times with Christian Bale and Freddie Rodriguez. I like to joke around and tell people that it's the Batman sequel where they go undercover. That's Batman. There's Robin. But no, this is actually about a guy who has post-traumatic stress disorder to the point of just being psychotic, trying to get by any way he can. It has some pretty cool scenes in it. I caught it on cable by mistake one time or by accident, and I really liked it, so I bought the DVD. 13 Assassins, Takashi Miike's period piece. I like this movie a lot. Go ahead, make me an offer for it. You will never come close to what the movie is worth to me because I paid $24.99 for it at Best Buy. So I would have to get at least that to let it go. Actually, I'd have to get at least 20. I'll take 20 for it. But no one's going to offer me 20 because everywhere else it's selling for $14.99. Brand new. On Blu-ray, no less, goddamn. State of Grace, one of my favorite Irish gangster movies. Is it just me, or does this guy look like Matt? Gary Oldman looks like the media bastard right here. He does. This is another one I caught on cable back when it was new, semi-new, and just fell in love with the damn movie. It was great. The Losers, great action flick. I liked it. Expendables light, as I like to call it. The Day After Tomorrow. I love these movies that show kind of like apocalyptic deals going on with nature. There's no stopping it. You either got volcanoes, earthquakes, tidal waves, tsunamis, or freezing cold weather. Whatever it might be, bring it on. I love watching that stuff. Shoot 'em up, over the top, violence for violence sake. Love the movie. Paul Giamatti is just great in this movie. Clive Owen, he does too many one-liners, but basically, I love the movie. Mel Gibson's Payback. That sounded funny in my head. Sorry. Payback. I really do. I really did enjoy this movie a lot. I love the tagline, be prepared to cheer for the bad guy. I did. I definitely did. I just love, from beginning to end, I love this movie. Angels with Dirty Faces, classic James Cagney. I like James Cagney. I like Humphrey Bogart. I was always a Humphrey Bogart fan, and then when I started like rewatching these movies, I started leaning more towards the James Cagney side of things. So I have like this very short list of James Cagney movies that I want to own, and here's one of them. The other ones would be White Heat, Public Enemy, The Roaring Twenties, and Yankee Doodle Dandy. My wife got me hooked on these TV shows. I got her season 1 and season 4 in a box set. Criminal Minds. Why don't I have 2 and 3? Because this was a package deal for 1 and 4, and I never went back to get 2 and 3. I will do that soon, plus the other seasons that we're missing. You just ain't gangster if you ain't got Fox in a Box. Dig that. Sheba Baby, Coffee, Foxy Brown, and then a bonus disc with a bunch of like interviews and stuff. But yeah, Fox in a Box. Pam Grier. That's one hot mama. I picked up a few of these little three disc box sets. Each one has 2 movies on them. This is the Shaolin Super Pack. With Shaolin Death Squad, Shaolin Tiger's Claw, Shaolin Temple, Shaolin vs. Ninja, Executioners from Shaolin, and Shaolin King Boxer. So, I guess what they're saying is there's a lot of Shaolin in there. Kung Fu Killer Collection, Volume 1. This has Karate Death Squad, Karate Killer, Shadow of the Tiger, Duel of the Brave One, Revenge of Fury, Iron Dragon Strikes Back. You got 2 movies with karate in the title, but this is supposed to be Kung Fu Killer Collection. Some people do not decipher between Kung Fu and karate. It's all the same to them. And Kung Fu Killer Collection Volume 2 in the pretty purple box. This is The Fighting Ace, The Ming Patriots, Invincible from Hell, Invincible Kung Fu Legs. That should have been in the Kung Fu Killer Volume 1, I guess. Snake Strikes Back, and Snake in Monkey's Shadow. I'm telling you guys, I love this stuff. I got the 6 movies on 3 DVD set from Best Buy Black Belt Theater. And this one contains 5 Venoms versus Wu-Tang, so you know that's good. Venom Warrior, Choi Lei Foot, Tiger's Claw, 8 Diagram Fighter, and Magnificent Natural Fist. I saw that picture there and I thought, well, that looks interesting. Vampires. I don't know why I built this wall in front of these movies. Phone booth, I liked it. I mean, it was okay. The fact that someone gets locked in to a phone call and not allowed to leave or they'll get their ass shot. There was another movie kind of like it where this lady who works for a company that builds guns she gets held hostage at a phone booth. I like this one better. Killing Zoe, another one I had to get because I saw it a long time ago in the 90s. What's his name? Quentin Tarantino has a credit in here somewhere. I think he wrote it or something to that effect, but he's in here. He's mentioned in here somewhere. Fairly cool crime drama. I liked it a lot. Can't get these. Kingdom of Heaven. Definitely one that I like. I love swordplay in movies. I think it's a pretty good one about the Crusades. So pretty neat. The Client. This is also a favorite of my sons. Both of them. Good old Susan Au Naturel Sarandon. Gotta love her and her girls. Blind Justice. Sometimes I'm just in the mood for a Western that no one's really watched or heard of. Kind of a made-for-cable deal. The dude's blind and shoots everybody. Hey, I'm sold. Reservoir Dogs. Need I say more? Ashes of Time. Redux. I still have not watched this. I saw it and I said, this looks really good. And I just never watched it. More Chopsaki. 3-pack. The Stomp, 18 Fatal Strikes, and Shaolin Chastity Kung Fu. You throw the word chastity in there anywhere and it's kind of like, I'll check it out. Just like if you throw ninja in there anywhere, I'll check it out. Ninja Action. Yeah. This has Shogun's Ninja, Ghost Ninja, Shaolin Temple, Shaolin vs. Ninja, Ninja and Dragons, and Shadow Ninja. Woohoo! Plenty of ninjas for your Kung Fu buck. And here's the last, oh no, that's not the last stack, I'm sorry. I saved one for later, remember? This video is really going a lot longer than it should. But here you have The Punisher, the one with Tom Jane. I liked it. I liked it better than the one with Dolph Lundgren, but I didn't like it as much as Punisher Warzone. Death Sentence. Awesome, awesome revenge flick. Kevin Bacon is in top form there. Wedding Crashers. I don't know, man. Some people like Vince Vaughn, some people can't stand him. I'm one of the guys who thinks he's pretty funny. And the pairing of him and Owen Wilson together just kind of balanced it out really well. I liked it a lot. The whole motorboat scene kills me. Fun with Dick and Jane. Sometimes Jim Carrey rubs me the wrong way. This one gave me a nice little shiatsu, I have to tell you. I actually enjoyed this a lot. Officer and a Gentleman. This is one of those videos that I say is the anti-chick flick. This is one that you can sit down with your girl and watch and be like, hell yeah, kick his ass. Hell yeah, fuck him up. And she's always going, oh, they're so in love. So there's a little something for everybody in there. Pay It Forward, or The Sixth Sense Part 2, where he goes and joins the dead people. Did I just give away the story? I'm sorry. My Summer Story. This is the sequel to A Christmas Story. But a lot of you didn't know there was a sequel to A Christmas Story. But this is it, My Summer Story. I liked it, not as much, of course, as A Christmas Story. That one's a classic. You will never see 24 hours of My Summer Story, ever. Johnny Be Good, good old-fashioned 80s stuff. Robert Downey Jr. before he was Iron Man and before he was really strung out on the smack. Strange Brew, another offshoot from SCTV. Good Day, E. Hoser. More stand-up comedy. Louis C.K. I think this guy is hilarious. He was in a show with that was Jim Norton he was in a show with. Again, fan of Jackass, so I'm a fan of Wild Boys. At least this one tries to teach you a little something along the way. And I got this double feature, Marijuana and Terror of Tiny Town. Great, great midget exploitation western. And now, anyone who knows me knows that I love Batman. Batman! So I got Batman the Animated Series. This has 4 thrilling episodes. And so does this one. And so does this one. Batman Begins. One of the coolest Batman movies ever, but not as cool as The Dark Knight. Oh yeah, on Blu-ray. And the reason I have this one last is because it segues into my Blu-rays, which I don't have very many of. Got the Boondock Saints, Young Guns, Jackass 3 with 3D glasses, and Watchmen, the director's cut. I don't care. I really do like this movie. And these are my cheapy $1 DVDs I picked up along the way in my journeys. Spiritual Kung Fu with Jackie Chan. Return of the Street Fighter with Sonny Chiba. The Bodyguard with Sonny Chiba. The Black Six. That's just dangerous right there. You know it is. And last but not least, Get Christy Love with Teresa Graves. Put a little cream in that coffee. Woo! Anyways, there you have it, guys. My OTH titles, other than horror. And I can't believe this video is still pushing 27 minutes. It should have been a lot faster than that. But again, I thank you one and all for watching. Thank you for your interest in my meager and yet sincere collection of videos. I will see you all real soon with a much shorter video, a review of sorts. But till then, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will talk to you all really, really soon. Peace.